Imagine a world of spiraling food prices, water shortages, and soaring energy costs. For many living in the world today, this nightmare scenario is already a reality. Even for the well-off living in developed economies, it's becoming all too familiar. And in current projections, it's going to get a whole lot worse. The year of abundant cheap resources is drawing to an end, for reasons equally straightforward. The global population currently stands at 7 billion people and is predicted to rise to more than 9 billion by 2050. That's roughly the population of the UK being added to the planet every year. And while demand for resources from an exploding and wealthier population soars, finding and extracting new sources of supply is becoming increasingly difficult and expensive. The discovery of shale gas could have a major impact in meeting global energy needs in the decades to come. But as Laszlo Barro, head of gas, coal, and power markets at the International Energy Agency says, just burning current reserves of fossil fuels using existing technologies would create enough carbon dioxide to boil the planet several times over. Demand for water over the next 30 years is projected to rise by almost a half at a time when the groundwater table in many regions of the world is falling and large areas are suffering from shortages due to drought, large-scale irrigation, pollution, dams, and even war. Finite land resources are also coming under enormous pressure. Urbanization displaces millions of hectares of high-quality agricultural land each year. McKinsey estimates that prime land equivalent in size to Italy could be sacrificed to expanding cities in less than 20 years. Policy intervention is needed to protect resources that are not priced or incorrectly priced, says Malcolm Preston, Global Sustainability Leader at PwC. Water is a case in point. Despite being the world's most precious and increasingly scarce resource, it is incredibly cheap and in many parts of the world free. Correcting this price anomaly would have huge consequences for businesses. True cost is calculated that more than a quarter of profits of the world's biggest companies would be wiped out if the water was priced to reflect its value as it must be. Land is another example. Huge chunks of the natural world have no monetary value placed upon them, and yet they provide services worth trillions of dollars to the global economy. Only now is this value being recognized and painstakingly calculated. Energy efficiencies, renewable energy, and a massive increase in recycling will also be needed. Some are even calling for what is known as a circular economy, a comprehensive rethink of our current model of production and consumption, where one company's waste is another raw material. Inevitable for some, an unrealistic step too far for others. But one thing is certain, as things stand, the numbers don't add up, and the odds are stacked against us. Drastic change is needed.
Created using Powtoon.